Happy New Year. Are we still saying Happy New Year? Though apparently I've been told that if it's still in January, we can say Happy New Year. So Happy New Year, people. Anyways, welcome to this week's edition of the Social Diary, where we get to review what has been trending on the interwebs. But before we get into it, how is your 2020 so far? So make sure you let us know on all our social media pages at Metropole TV KE. And today in studio, as always, so excited. My co-host is none other than the talented actress and singer Maureen Koech. Maureen, hey, hey, hey.
Hello.
Happy New Year.
New Year to you.
So how is it 2020? Not scanning 2020.
My 2020 is awesome so far. This is my first studio interview, so I'm excited. Very, very excited.
Metropole I feel so TV. Honored.
Yeah,
I feel so honored. I'm like, yo. So anyway, welcome to the Social Diary. And to start off this week, we have seen and heard the most interesting stories going on. And we start off with some very sad situation whereby, guess what? Babu Owino happened again. Have you seen? He's trending all over. For those who don't know, actually, so according to DCI Kenya detectives based at Kilimani have arrested Honorable Paul Ongili, alias Babu Owino, Member of Parliament for East Africa, for Embakasi East, following a shooting incident at a B club located along Galana Road. So that is within Kilimani. Now, the MP is in lawful custody as further investigations continue. However, the detectives have managed to recover a firearm that is suspected to have been used by Honorable Babu Owino at the B club shooting incident. Now, did you see that video, Maureen?
I have.
What do you think about it?
And it's shocking. I mean, seriously, this is just the height of ego mania. You know, as in, right now there's someone's son in a hospital,
which is not even confirmed.
So unnecessary to, as it, it's really sad. Truly, it's so sad. I've seen the video and it's very shocking. So
before we even actually look at the video, so 9 rounds of the ammunition and a spent cartridge have also been recovered and placed as exhibit awaiting for analysis by ballistics experts. But come on, this story is, it's getting into my nerves. So before I give out what I think about this, before we analyze it, let's take a look at the footage. Okay, Maureen, let's be legit. So Babu Owino said that apparently he was receiving threats. Apparently there's an OB number that he had, he had reported the case and all that. And then he says that people were surrounding him, during that time. Now, you have seen the video clip. Which people have you seen there?
I mean, seriously, he looks like he's on some kind of counter.
Holding
the person he's shooting is way over there. You can't really see him per se. But I mean, I'm trying to think, what threat is it talking about? I'm very not happy per se, but it's a good thing that there were cameras to capture the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because now, the whole thing is going to be subject to, it's going to be closely looked at. It's not going to just be an issue of he said, then he said, he against he, and we don't really know what happened, what's going on.
But then look at it on the other side. The other thing that I'm actually very, very confused and something that I really don't understand. He's holding his shisha right here, He's like looking at the guy, talking. Then he just puts it like, puff. And then he relaxes.
Exactly.
And then he looks at the guy. And then he continues. My main concern is the people around. I feel like the only threat that he has is that lady right behind. You can see a very beautiful wig. I don't want to joke about that because it's a very serious thing. And she doesn't even flinch. Like, no one is moving. So I don't know what threat that is. It was so calm and collected. It's done, dusted. And looking at the person like, yo, in maneno ya kawaida. Then to make matters worse is how they carry the body. Exactly. Sorry, the victim actually, because we cannot confirm if he's still alive or not. Those news has not been confirmed. So he's just holding the guy like there's nothing. Wamembeba too. So where are the people? Where is it's called that ambulance? What happened after that? What really transpired is the question. Where is the threat? Oh, no, but won't come out to my chairs.
Man, the level of impunity in this country is really scary sometimes. I mean, that could be anyone, literally anyone on the street, in a shop, in the mall, you know, and just someone comes up to you, and just because they're drunk and high in power, or
but 7 in the
power,
AM. This is footage says like around 7:16 AM. Surely 7 in the AM. People are living life. That time you're busy waking up, unangangana kwenda kwa hustle. What kind of utashisha you guys?
Maze?
Well, it's tricky. Where are you? Who about 7:16 ulikuwa wapi?
Yes, so I was probably in waking up right now. That time rather.
Yeah.
So
I feel like the whole controversy around Babu Owino will never really get to end. But this time there's CCTV footage, and then there's also that thing whereby there was a little bit of a conversation where people are saying like maybe they will not accept it in court as some part of the evidence compared to what's happened to Moses Kuria, because with Moses Kuria they could not really identify like who actually took the video, that's, you remember that time, nini yake. So now, but this one is a CCTV footage. You can see in the lobby, you can see whatever it is. He's currently, under arrested and all that. I don't know. At this country, do you think he will be taken to court and then the right laws will be followed?
I mean, if we're still talking about Obado, I mean, seriously, this is child's play. When you think about it, like seriously.
Do you feel like our MPs are getting away with a lot of things?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if things will change. I mean, when you listen to King Kaka's Wajinga Nyinyi, then there was another version of it, Wajinga Nyinyi 2. No, it was not Wajinga Nyinyi 2. It was by
someone.
I can't remember who it was, but he was saying, you know what, let's not kid ourselves. We're going to be talking about the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah.
And nothing is going to happen.
But his lawyer was so confident, saying that, I cannot interfere with this. It's an ongoing, conversation. There's ABCDs, G what and all that happening. Like, he has represented a lot of people. It's like always any single powerful kind of controversy, criminal happening. The specific lawyers that are always being put out there. These are the people who defend them. What do you think about this? It's about money talks.
You just never know. You just never know. In this country, anything can go. As in anything is possible. Because but I'm not gonna throw.
We cannot talk about them, so you never know.
Not exactly, because you never really know who's who, what kind of intention or intentions that people have representing such kind of people. But we just hope that they will fall on the right side of humanity. That's probably it. Yeah.
The only question is like apparently where is the threat? You can see the man is clearly not armed, and then apart from that, it's more of like you said you were surrounded by people. Where are the people? The video clip is the footage is so clear. We can't see. Not unless I'm gonna ask you blind them, they can't see. At this point, we really cannot. You can't speculate on anything, but. We'll see what will happen. As for now, let us keep our fingers crossed. Now, we are going to cross over to the other side. Uganda, our neighbor. You know what happened? So, I don't want to laugh about this story because there's a lot of questions that I have about these stories. So it was that Mr. Mohammed Ntumba, resident of Champisi village in Kayunga sub-county, that is Kayunga district in Uganda, exchanged marriage vows in an Islamic culture, or nikah, with his wife, that is Miss Swabula. Now, Swabula Nabukera. However, the couple who are said not to have had any exchanges, marriages before marriage, are said to have spent the first 2 weeks of the marriage without enjoying conjugal rights, as the bride claimed that she was in her menstruation periods, at the time of the month. Now, Mr. Mtumba said after his wife claimed to be in her menses, he became patient and waited for her to get better. However, Nabukera's luck ran out after Mr. Mtumba's neighbor claimed that his newly wedded wife had jumped over a wall and stole the television set and clothes. Now, the neighbors reported the case at Kayunga police station before detectives were dispatched to arrest Ms. Nabukera. As the police's, as the police normal practice, a female officer, will come inside the suspect early before taking her to the cell. However, the shock of the officer that the suspect had stuck claws in the bra to woodwink that they were, and Mr. Mugera said on further search, they discovered that the suspect had male genitals, which then they quickly informed the husband, who had escorted her to the police station. He said the news shocked Mr. Mtumba, who asked the police officer to let him prove for himself by allowing him to see the parts of his wife, who is a 27-year-old man whose real name is Richard Tumushabe, not Sabula Nabukera, by the way. So the question is, how? Maureen, how? So let's imagine this situation. Yeah? So this imam just saw this beautiful, handsome lady. So it was a he-she kind of a situation.
Yes.
So he was like, hey, I'm going to marry this she-he woman man, because she is very gorgeous. And it is said that, the aunt arranged all these things. So imagine too, he was somewhere and then he just sat down and he was like, ha, this is the one I'm going to marry. Your thoughts on this?
I mean, people do the craziest things, like seriously. First of all, how long did this guy have to pretend? Like, how long were they in a relationship?
That's the whole thing. It was arranged.
How was it arranged? It was an arranged marriage.
So imagine the situation. You think you're living your best life, and then here you have a bride who is very manly looking. Ako handsome, ako beautiful.
Apparently, he also had a good voice. No, she had a good voice.
No, he.
Soft voice, lovely.
What do you call it? So how was he like talking to the groom? Like, how was the conversation? I have so many questions. Why are you not curious about this?
This is, oh man.
Have you seen the image? Like, the wedding, green eyeshadow. You can see, like all fakes. The beautiful, the he, she, okay, groom, bride. What? Yes. Is it Richard or is it? It was looking all glamorous and so how did you notice this?
Exactly.
Like, this is the most patient man of the year. You have to wait for an entire month and then, hey Maureen, apa tumecheza.
No, it's possible that there was some kind of substance use,
really?
in my opinion.
I feel like this is the most patient man ever
like,
on earth.
Juju, something. I mean, you can't just like be in some kind of relationship with someone for, I don't know, let's assume it was 6 months. I mean, I don't know how the whole marriage arrangement thing goes, but I assume there's gonna be some time in between the official ceremony and so there's some time to know each other. But I think this guy was seriously duped. Or some kind of substance was used on him.
Oh.
Charms or...
No way. So, the only one who feels some type of way we have at fix_Itugi who says, Imam knew. His story doesn't add up. He was living with that dude after they're waiting for days, sleeping in the same house, on the same bed. How come we never noticed anything wrong? If it wasn't for the guy to steal the neighbor's TV, the secret would have remained a secret. And then we have at Salim_A who says, let's see it from a different angle. Probably the guys are gay. Someone must have found out, therefore they quickly came up with this story. If not, how on earth can a family marry out a guy in a place of a girl? This story is... And then we have at Ishak_YB who says, you didn't read the whole story. The guy wife said, you see, she's his on her, his period, Ganga Bazaga, whatever. That is Uganda. Don't speak Uganda. So don't you know how BBC Hausa exaggerates things in the headlines? And then we have Atuma Jurai says, but Imam also living alone the donor side. He didn't even see the kifes. conquer. Hashtag Tumushabe. And then we have Irene Lisa 5 who says, I am really so what is that? Perturbed or whatever it is. Oh, sorry, perturbed about, okay, let's repeat it. I am so whatever perturbed about this issue. This Imam married that so-called dude in December, and the police realized that he was a guy in January. So what are they trying to meet that since December up to January? This Imam had not yet checked the person he had married. And the question mark is like, tafakari Babu. I don't buy it. I don't know. It's maybe, I don't know. Maureen, mimi nimechoka, niambie.
There's so many angles to think about when you when you look at this story. Like, seriously, what is the guy's side? There's the
dude's side,
sick dude.
Yeah.
But as a hustle inapeleka watu mbali.
It's too much. Kachino kama like sikiza. Sasa ingezewe Imam box. Uingia tu hapo. Shikilia. Maybe ni third number hivi. Alafu kishafika hapo hivyo tutacheza. But you know what? As we continue talking about he, she, he, that kind of a situation right now, we are going to take a quick commercial break, and when we are back, more on the Social Diary.